Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. I am HAIFA and I am here with my group mates HAJAR, Dina and SYATRAH. We are from the AKASIA group and today we would like to share our thoughts on an important issue. More than half of Malaysians are overweight, a national health crisis. So let's start with the main problem. The National Health and Morbidity Survey 2023 shows that more than half of Malaysians are now overweight. That's quite a worrying number. One of the main reasons behind this is poor health habits in families and a lack of proper diet management at home. These issues are making people more likely to suffer from chronic diseases like diabetes and heart problems. So, the situation clearly shows that we need to focus more on improving how families manage their health and lifestyle at home.
Now we will move to the factors contribute to this problem. The first factor is lack of physical activity. Sedentary lifestyles are common, especially for families living in urban areas. Sedentary lifestyle is characterized by minimal physical activity involving long period of sitting or lying down and little to no physical activity or movement, and which means that physical activity is not being prioritized in the family routines. Children spend more time on digital devices than playing outdoors, especially if the parents do not show the active behavior in front of their children. This also can happen due to limited access to parks or recreation areas for families who live in high-rise apartments. The second factor is the cultural and environmental influence. Malaysia is known for its diverse and rich food culture with easy access to high-calorie, high-fat and ultra-processed food that are available all the time. People tend to eat in large portions at all times and it has become a trend nowadays. In addition, many families frequently eat out or bring home takeout meals, and they often choose foods that are less healthy due to convenience or taste preference. For example, after a long day at work, parents may choose to pick up fast food instead of cooking because they are too exhausted to prepare a meal. So when the children are used to eating fast food, they will choose that food as well when they become adults.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is IRDINA, matric number 2315782. Okay, so next let's delve into the effects of excessive weight gain. So first we have health disease. So when someone gains too much weight, the heart will have to work overtime, and when it works over time, it tends to use more energy and resources to pump up blood and distribute it throughout the whole entire body. So over time, this can weaken the heart and also increases the risk of other heart-related conditions. And then next, we also have type 2 diabetes. So this happens when blood sugar levels stay high for a long period of time because the body can't use insulin properly. It also doesn't just stop at high sugar levels because this condition can also lead to strokes, kidney problems, and even nerve damage. So ultimately, type 2 diabetes, it's a long-term condition which will get worse if weight is not managed properly. And then thirdly, we also have metabolic syndrome. So this condition, it refers to a group of health problems that happen simultaneously, like high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and also unhealthy cholesterol levels. And when it is combined, they raise the chances of heart disease, stroke, and also diabetes. And of course, this condition, it's very common among people who are overweight and also obese. And then lastly, we also have fatty liver disease. So this condition, it refers to the phenomenon when too much fat builds up in the liver. And if it's not treated properly, it can cause serious liver damage, even in individuals who don't consume alcohol. So this condition, it includes other illnesses such as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which is also known as NAFLD, and also NASH. And both of these conditions, it can lead to liver failure if it's left untreated.
Next is on the solutions to overcome this obesity issue, which is firstly is by doing physical exercise. So this is to foster an active family lifestyle by engaging in physical exercise together instead of leading a sedentary life. This can be done at home, in the backyard, at a local park, or even by joining a community fitness class. So for example, go for a morning walk together for at least 30 to 60 minutes each day. So in the Islamic perspective mentioned in Sahih Muslim, a strong believer is better and is more beloved to Allah than a weak believer. Therefore, this hadith conveys the importance of physical strength and wellness. The healthier you are, the better equipped you are to worship Allah. Secondly is by eating a balanced diet. So this is to promote healthy eating habits among Malaysians, specifically in the family. So the Ministry of Health Malaysia introduced the suku-suku separuh concept to encourage individuals and families to follow a balanced plate model at every meal. So the plate is divided into 3 portions, which is 1/4 for carbohydrates such as rice or noodles, 1/4 for proteins including fish, and half the plate for fruits and vegetables. So this is to guide healthy eating by helping individuals and families to control their portion sizes to avoid obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. So from an Islamic perspective mentioned in Sunan Ibn Majah, a human being feels no worse vessel than his stomach. It is sufficient for a human being to eat a few mouthfuls to keep his spine straight. But if he must fill it, then 1 third of food, 1 third for drink, and 1 third for air. Therefore, this hadith guidance aligns closely with the principles of balanced eating promoted by the suku-suku separuh model, which reminding us that caring for our health is not only wise, but also part of our spiritual responsibility.
We used to be so active, but lately, everyone's always tired and moody. Even my youngest brother cannot run without gasping. Over half of Malaysian adults overweight or obese. Maybe our family needs help, and maybe I need to change.
Okay, I admit it. I really love food. Malaysian food is just too good to resist. It's part of our culture, kan? But lately, I have been eating too much fast food. Even at home, we tapau whatever it is. Eat and drink, but do not waste. I remember that verse. But, I think we are getting too much celebrate our food culture until we forgot about the moderation or wasatiyah. But fast food is just too delicious. How can I do?
HAIFA, what are you eating?
Ish, HAIFA, that is not healthy. Look at my meals. This is a balanced meal. Ada nasi, ada sayur, ada ayam, and plain water. Not like you, teh ice.
Based on what I see, our family's weight, cholesterol levels, and also sugar levels are all rising. But if this continues, it will lead to other diseases as well, like heart attacks, diabetes, metabolic syndrome, and even fatty liver when we're not even drinking alcohol as Muslims. So ultimately, these are not just old people problems, because it has happened to other students and teens as well. So we need to act now before things get worse for our health. So from an Islamic perspective, Islam teaches us that taking care of our body is an act of amanah. And this is even highlighted in hadith where our Prophet said, the strong believer is better than, and more beloved to Allah than the weak believer, according to Sahih Muslim.